Hello, what is happening, everybody? And yes, I am very sorry that we start basically in the middle of the start of the game, but basically, yeah, the replay kind of broke, so I did actually have to kind of fast forward to this point so it wouldn't break again. But anyway, that's not going to be preventing us from getting on with this game. Submitted on Reddit. I basically picked it up right after the Rocket League video. Also, don't forget to partake in the giveaway. I can't stress this enough. Don't forget to partake in it. It's some awesome prizes. So please do go ahead and give it a comment. It's basically a lot more fun when more people partake. So, but with that out of the way, let's get on with some Dota. Bottom lane here, Jack the Visage and Vince the Chaos Knight will be competing here with the Brooke Samson for that first rune. Chaos Knight, he's going to be just sitting right on the rune spot, but he could be in trouble. Brooke Samson, he's trying to right kick him down. The stun goes out. Morphling is not actually in any sort of trouble. It will be the Chaos Knight, though, is going to end up going down. Jack might go a second pick here. Oh man, the Iron Shield, it's wearing him down in the last bash from the Treant Protectors. Massive 85 right click damage will be knocking him out, and that's going to be 2 starting out for the Radiant, or for the Dire here. I'm sorry, I just got home from London. It's the first cast I'm doing for about a week, so it's going to be rather interesting. And yeah, Morphling, he's went straight for the fast bottle here. Huskar, looks like he's going for the Inner Shadows. This is actually a somewhat common Pudge build as well. To try to go for this, at least the aggressive Pudge build is. Just going to be running over the lanes here. We got Ismara on the Racer, backed up by Mayonnaise Salesman on the Earthshaker. Going up against Harrison with one hell of a nice set on for Slardar. Never seen that staff before, but I can only imagine that it's quite expensive. Rotating up towards the top lane is Loki Nova, of course, the guy with the second blood, the Treant Protector. In the jungle will be Oomph on the Nature's Prophet. Mid lane, Brooke Samson, yeah, of course, going up against Sarpil Poliono. Not entirely positive on how you pronounce that, but he's going to be sitting in the mid lane, going to be trying to contest this Morphling for last hits, and generally he's doing quite well, plus he should be able to harass the Morphling out very decently. Of course, the Morphling going for the fast bottle, so he can really start working the Morph to try to get the last hits and still keep him healthy by morphing into strength. Down on the bottom lane, we do have now solo lane Darkseer. Does make a lot more sense than a solo lane Slaughter. He's going to be going up against, of course, the Visage and the Chaos Knight, who, of course, both died early, which gives this Darkseer a great advantage starting out. He's already ahead, and he's also leading on last hits. Plus, it's a melee carry, so he's going to be having some trouble getting to the last hits, although he's doing quite a decent job of actually doing that now. Mid lane, Erna Shadow's now done for the Huskar. Brooke Samson is going to be trying to gain himself a couple of last hits by morphing into agility. Up in the top lane, Treant Protector just trying to force out the Racer and the Earthshaker here. Just genuinely trying to buy his Slaughter a couple of last hits, as he does have the tougher lane. I mean, you got a melee support and you got a like a semi-ranged carry, not the greatest of attack range as far as I know. Huskar is slightly less, but it's not much. No, that's actually pretty standard. That's actually pretty standard for the Razor. Plus, he's got the Plasma Field for Harass, and of course the Static Link to kind of drain all that Treant Protector damage, or the Slaughter if that's what he so desires. But at bottom lane, Herb might be getting sandwiched here. He's going up against Visage, who has a haste rune, but he doesn't really care too much. He has another Iron Shell up and ready. Just needs to stay near the fog until this until it runs out. And of course, Treant is gonna have a little buddy there with the living armor. Nature's Prophet just going standard build, Ring of Basilius plus the Gloves of Haste. So we're going to be getting that fast Midas too. And yeah, top lane still staying kind of calm. Racer just taking all the last hits. They do need to bounce on the Racer soon though. If he gets a very quick mech, they can start fighting very early, buying a lot of space for the Chaos Knight, because they have some great team fighting heroes. I mean, Huskar benefits greatly from the mech. They can keep him alive, he can be the tank, and Racer is, yeah, tanky by nature as well, so I mean, they have good options, plus they have the great team fight with the Earthshaker, and also decent team fight and slow with the Visage. And once he gets the Familiars going, the damage is just going to be unreal. They don't have the Drow Visage combination, which is rather unfortunate, but I mean, you don't really need it all that much when you got a Chaos Knight to really take over when your team falls off. Darkseer, one of my favorite heroes in the game right now. Just generally because he is the playmaking hero that he is, and he's building quite right. He's going for the Iron Shell, making sure that he gets all the last hits that he can, and he's doing quite well. 14 last hits in an off lane. That is very, very good. Going to be trying for that catapult right there. Not going to be denied, and he's doing some very, very good harass work. Huskar rotating to up towards the top lane. They do see him coming though. Still have to be careful. Slaughter is getting pinged. That's the guy they want to go for, but they don't have the vision right now. Melee Salesman, he's going to be looking to drop it first, but they need to push up the lane. They need to get the lane all the way up so they can get ice on that Slaughter. Huskar should be able to jump through the woods here, if he's fast enough. Actually, he's just going to be rotating in further into the jungle. Going to be finding the Nature's Prophet there, but just not in time. They scout him, going back down, and now it's the Morphling who may have to be careful. This is not an ideal scenario for him. He does have the way for him to get away, but skill his progression is a bit bad. Jumps for it. There goes the tsunami. So should be fine. The issue is that, like, if he does the waveform while the life break goes, because it doesn't disjoint. Not as far as I know, but yeah, Morphling skilling the adaptive strike. Generally just want to be throwing in everything you can in the Morphling just to gain that bonus agility and bonus strength as well. Don't really want the adaptive strike because you're not going to be using it anyway. It's 2 mana costly for what it actually does. Yeah, Shaker sitting up there. He's really waiting. He's really wanting to go. He's just sitting off to the back, just waiting for his opportunity. And Razor getting really, really good last hits up in this top lane. Of course, Nature's Prophet doing the best right now. He's closing in on that Midas. Yeah, bottom lane, Chaos Knight not doing terrible either. He's got 1,200 gold. He's slowly starting to itch in on the GPM there. Does have boots. I think he's just going to be going straight for the big-ass boots, for the power jets if he can. Jack rotating down towards the bottom lane. There's really not much he can do in it. Morphling not connecting with the rune. He should actually. No, that was Visage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Seeing that. Yeah, Huskar in the mid lane. He's having such an easy lane. 21 lasted so far. Of course, nobody really beating the Darks here. Let's just take a look at the net worth here. Dire, they are ahead by 1,500. But then again, that can be caught up quite quickly by a Chaos Knight. And a Racer if they really start farming. And of course, Racer closing in on the mech. He's very, very close to it. Only about 500 gold away. And that means that they can just take the Slaughter head on. I mean, that can really save him some tower damage. So if they can get the lane pushed up, they should be able to jump on him. Chaos Knight back down to bottom lane. That Iron Shield is just munching through him. Jesus Christ, the damage of that. Darkseer, of course, maxing that right off the bat. That does make a lot of sense to do as well. And he's already got the Wall of Replica. I would actually wait maybe a couple of levels, get some more points into the vacuum first, before you start popping points into the Wall of Replica, because if he's not actively looking for team fights, he doesn't really need it. Plus, right now, the right-click damage is not significant enough to really make a difference. So he could maybe wait until level 10, now that he's power leveling too much. It's not really as much about level timing as it is as much about hitting the right timing in terms of game time. Genuinely, after 11, 12, maybe even 15 minutes, you're going to be starting to see the fighting and the rotations occur. That's when you want to be popping the Wall of Replica. Not a second before that, because it's not going to be making that much of a difference. Darkseer trying to get this Visage right here. He does not have... He actually has the Iron Shield there. He doesn't have another Search, though. And now this Shaker rotating down forward. Vince, he's quite low. He can't really afford to do anything, especially not with the Iron Shield on. But they might be looking for him anyway. He's getting really, really greedy. They're rotating into position here. Going to be hitting him from the top. Chaos Knight or Shaker. They could both initiate this. And with Chaos Knight really amping up the HP there with the salve, this Darkseer could be in deep trouble. He's going to be trying to rotate back out the other way. He blocked him a tad wrong, Earthshaker. That Fisher had to land on the other side of the Darkseer so as to force him up towards them. So Darkseer will be fine. Nature's Prophet, though, going to get killed by Huskar, of course. Huskar, yeah, just gonna be immediately jumping for mid lane. I think morphling. That's not what you want to do. You don't want to be morphing into Agi when Huskar jumps on you with the flaming or with the burning spears. You generally want to be going for strength there. He has way too much Agi right now. Huskar jump. If Huskar jumps again, he's dead. Like, just downright dead. Treant is there though. Think the morphling might be acting as kind of a right click damage carry. It's at least what he's going for the build. He's going for could be turned into a Lincoln's too. But should just be finishing up the Ring of Aquila first. Top lane, Razor has taken a significant damage buff from that amplified damage, and that's also going to be making a huge difference with a right-click morphling. Just pop that minus armor onto somebody, and morphling will just start ripping through him. Like, you don't even need a medallion on anybody unless Slaughter really wants to go for it. He's going for the minus to try to catch up on the levels that he's lost. And generally the gold. Not really as much the gold. He's actually sitting in 3rd place. Only beat up by Nature's Prophet and the Huskar. But then again, Huskar's been so dominant in the mid lane now. Jumping onto the Nature's Prophet. He could pop the ultimate. He actually just right-clicks him down. And wow, that's going to be easy money for the Nature's Prophet there. And it's going to be sitting down Huskar quite a bit. And Nature's Prophet now the highest grossing hero in the entire game. Of course he's got that flower. Of course he's got the, I think that will be the TI flower.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, Visage going for... Actually, the wall has been dropped by Darkseer. I don't really know why, but I think that was just to kind of... so they were able to take the tower very much uncontested. Top lane is Mara. He has the very, very fast mechanism done about 11 minutes in. It hasn't really been helping out his last hits, but now it'll be helping him out in terms of dealing with the Slaughter. They can't really dive him anymore because the amplified damage is there. And as soon as Slaughter has backup, he's such a difficult hero to handle. Like, he doesn't do much damage on his own, like at this point, but his disable is amazing and the damage buff too. Like, he's a tough sucker to handle. Down on the bottom lane, a bit of fighting has occurred. Treant will be dropping, and now Darkseer, he's getting trapped on the right side of the fissure this time, and now actually maybe even running down the Visage, maybe getting that kill. Huskar will be jumping for him. They might find the kill. Yes, they will. Huskar with the burning spears, and a double kill for him. So he's definitely catching up. And with that armlet within reach, he's really going to be a factor. Going in. Now Slaughter, they might actually go for the Razor. He's just a tad too fast. Maybe, maybe not. The Slaughter, if he connects that Slithering Crush, no he won't. What a beautiful, that's like a miniature Ravage. The animation for it, at least. I'm not sure if that's standard, or that just comes with the massive basher that he has in his hand. Yeah, I think that's with the basher. That is very, very neat though. That is quite cool. Visage. Going, rotating up for the top lane, the two demigods. If you read the lore of, or the Dota 2 lore, like on the each and every one, or these two heroes in particular, you'll know that they're actually sort of related. They do very much the same thing, and that's to, not entirely positive, but it's like to scare like dead souls through a maze or something like that. Just kind of make it a challenge, which is why they're both sort of like nightmarish. Stuff of nightmares, with the Razor being the stronger of them, with the Razor being the demigod that he is. Oh, Slaughter, they found him in lane. The Rut or the Fisher will be connecting perfectly. And bye-bye, Slaughter. I'm very much sorry if I screw up the abilities, but it's, like I said, it's been a week since I've been casting, so still trying to get back into the system, and my voice is still kind of battered. Brooke Samsung. Oh, hold on. They might actually be going for the counter initiation up top. There is a Darkseer. He has a wall of replica too. But then again, they're going up against, well, not really Visage Birch anymore because Visage just decided that they were useless. Nature's Prophet is up here too. But there is a Huskar as well. He's waiting inside the woods. Out goes the Echo Slam. And now Darkseer might be in trouble. But then again, so is the Earthshaker. The Darkseer will end up falling. Treant Protector with the Root. But they don't really find anything at all. The second little minion might go down. Visage in so much trouble. He gets stunned up by the Slardar. Maybe able to escape. He's super duper fast. In comes the Huskar too. Slardar going for another stomp. But not really going to be connecting with anything in our Earthshaker. With a beautiful Fissure. They will find the Slardar. They may find more. And yes, they will definitely. Nature's Prophet just wandering back into death. And they'll be at 8 for 4. Only losing the Visage here. Razor's mech really came in handy there. And that's Huskar's Armlet Nun. He's got the power treads too. He's really doing well for himself. He should be one of the highest grossing heroes. Yep. 5,800. And with the Visage now picking up a Medallion of Courage, that's going to be helping their chances as well. And that's going to be improving their shot at taking Roshan, as they don't really have any great Roche heroes. But then again, neither does, well, Morphling's kind of decent if you double him with the Slardar, but they don't have any great solo Roche heroes. Like a PA. Or a Troll Warlord or something like that. Or an Ursa. Razor just going to be sitting there taking a bit of damage from the Iron Shell. It's going to be not going to be making things too easy for his own team. Darkseer is going for the Guardian Greaves too. They don't really have any other mech carriers than him. And I'd say Treant, his main priority right now is to get to possibly an Aghanim Scepter. Or a Refresher for that matter. Razor going to be holding the front lines up in the top lane. He's pinging for a bit of help. Huskar, in the meantime, is way in deep on mid. Huskar, he will end up going down possibly. Yep, there is no way out for him. And Treant will be dying on the mid lane, though, to the Burning Spears. As the rotation has come up for the top lane, Darkseer, he is going to be able to make it back out. A nice trap there from the Nature's Prophet, preventing some of the chase at least. It's going to be a 1-for-1 trade-off. Treant for Huskar. In the meantime, Brooke Samsung. He's sitting back. He's got a haste rune. Doesn't have very long to throw it out, though. There goes the Fissure. Morphling. He's going for agility, but that's not what he wants. He keeps dropping damage. Out goes the shotgun as well. Now he's morphing into strength. Gets stunned up and gets ultimately killed, but so does the Earthshaker. The wall has gone down, and now they're committed for Slardar. Rotating into misses the Slitherine Crush. But Razor, though, will be bashed and will possibly, yes, be brought down. Double kill for the Darkseer. Now the rotation has come in. The follow-up. The Huskar and the Visage. They want to find them. They don't have anything to slow it down, but, oh, so close. They didn't have the bash, though. They didn't have the stun. They didn't have the teleportation cancellation, whatever you want to call it. And Slardar now has the Blink Dagger, too, so they'll be making the crushes way easier. 17 minutes and 17 kills. Treant is going to be jumping down towards the bottom lane. He's going to be having one grand old time there, just finding the last hits that he couldn't earlier. But then again, yeah, he has, well, not really what he wants. Nothing is really ideal for support. Especially pretty much a soul position 5. But then again, he's doing his job right now. He's making sure, or he's trying to keep his team alive. He's getting some wards down. Getting counter wards down. And yeah, he doesn't really have to rush anything. As long as he gets his Aghanim Scepter at some point, he should be fine. Slardar just going to be chilled for a second. As the rotation. They're actually playing kind of aggressive right now. They're really exploiting their options. Making sure they don't lose any ground whatsoever. They want to keep the pressure. They want to keep applying the pressure, but Morphling might be trapped on the wrong side of the enemy alliance. He's got a waveform in about a second, so he should be fine. Fissure will be forcing them back, but yeah, the immense push power of this dire side It's really what's keeping them in the game. Radiant, they have the better team fight, but Dire, right now with a superior push, and bottom lane is even pushing. But they do seem to want that mid lane tower first. They can go for the deny. The siege unit is not going to be getting that pickup. As the fortification went out almost immediately, out goes the shotgun. And bye-bye mid lane tower. Does get destroyed by the catapult. Visage misses the deny. Up in the top lane, Slardar. That is one long-ass spear. That would win a gold medal in the Olympics. No question about it. I'm not really sure what's going to be connecting. There it is. Just going to be hitting the shop guy in the face, the shopkeeper. I feel sorry for that guy. Of the fact that it actually made it three-dimensional. But yeah. Top lane, a bit of a response now coming in from the Dire side to this push. But then again, I actually don't really feel that the Radiant, they need to push all that much. They don't need to force the towers, because that's what's getting them killed. They don't need to force anything at all. All they gotta wait for is practically a push on any sort of lane. As you can see, they're kind of grouping up right now. They don't have to, but they are grouping up. As soon as that push comes, they can just drop the bomb. Earthshaker, Echo Slam. And just to follow up with the Chaos Knight, with the Phantasm, and a Razor. I mean, that should be enough to kill off any team whatsoever. So they don't really have to do anything. At all right now. Just wait for the fight to come to them, and Earthshaker might get caught out. He can just walk straight back in and actually drop the Echo Slam. He's getting shotgunned up. Right now, Huskar is the man in the firing line. Out goes the Fisher. That's going to be a quad. In comes Nature's Prophet too. Huskar, he's trying to keep himself alive. Maybe finding a kill. There goes the Echo Slam. Beautiful Echo to clean them up. Slardar tries to go for the counter kills, but they're just not there. The damage is not enough. Waveform out from the Morphling. It was a disaster fight for the Dire side. And then what an Echo. What a Fisher. And just Earthshaker being the dominant hero in that fight. That was the perfect timing for him. He's now got the Blink Dagger too. I don't think they'll get the Morphling, but man oh man, was it important for him. Actually get the first stun out. They get the second too, but Razor has given up the chase. He's almost got the Agram Scepter. He doesn't want to risk getting picked off right now. Just needs to farm the Scepter so that they can start going for the push. And that's the thing. With a Razor with an Aghanim Scepter ulti can match and even outdo the Nature's Prophet in terms of push. I mean, it's crazy having that Eye of the Storm damage just ripping through your towers, and especially if the Refresher goes out too, if that's the role that he's going to be going for. If you get the Chaos Knight and the Huskar is kind of the right-clicking hero, she just work the Razor as the immense ultra pusher that he actually is. You can make one hell of a lot of difference, and so is Chaos Knight. I mean, the Phantasm can clean the waves just fine, likewise with the Plasma Field. They can really start working some push when they get the if they win the team fights. I really feel that Radiant's lineup, it's a lot more well-rounded. I mean, they have the team fight in the Earthshaker, they have the push in the Chaos Knight and the Racer, they have the pick off in the Huskar, and they have some minus armor and some real. Can't really call it utility in that sense. They have some real playmaking capabilities in the Visage and some stun too. I mean, the Familiars can do massive work, and Huskar just getting picked off inside the jungle there. Jack and Vince, they have to be careful, because the joke's on them if they don't move out of the way. The Slardar's there as well. He's got a Blink Dagger on the Slithering Crush. Don't know if they're going to find him. He pops the sprint. Might find him. Out goes the Crush, but he sees the Chaos Knight. He bought the Helm of the Dominators. Tried to go for the bash though. Chaos Knight getting destroyed, and he should have left a bit sooner. He's got to have known that they were coming for him. But yeah, like I said, the Radiant's lineup right now, it's a lot more well-rounded, whereas the Dire side, of course you have to push in the Nature's Prophet. But other than that, it's really confusing, and Darkseer without a combo hero is not really good. I mean, of course you can combo him up with the Slardar. Just basically have like a poor man's Ravage if you vacuum into the Slithering Crush. That would be a 2.5 second stun. That's basically, yeah, like I said, a poor man's Ravage. And there it goes, actually, just onto the Razor. Immediate fight there. Out goes the Echo Slam. Triple kill for the Earthshaker. Ultra kill for him. Oh my word. Holy shit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Wow. Okay, let's just take a look at that. What exactly went wrong? Slash right. Cause oh my god. Let's just have a quick look at that. The push up, they're pushing S4. Treant Protector some of the top lane, preventing the top tower from taking too much damage. Slaughter just decides to recklessly go in and find the Razor immediately. There's a lot of units on the map right there. And Earthshaker just sees his time and just drops everybody. Triple kill with the Fisher. And drops him with the Enchant Totem too. That was just the ideal fighting scenario. And they can't push with that many units. I mean, there's a reason why Earthshaker is a counter to Broodmother too. And especially Nature's Prophet. If they get caught out with the units hitting the tower, or not hitting the tower, just units in general, they're going to be crushed by the Echo Slam. And especially when Slaughter is going in that recklessly. Like, just, they ended up isolating, well, he ended up isolating himself, where he's absolutely terrible. And that opened up room for the Shaker to get in properly and drop the Echo Slam. They can't fight without that Earthshaker being out of the way. They need to kill him immediately. They should actually assign Slaughter to finding the Earthshaker and making sure that he never enters the fight. But then again, that's going to be super difficult now that he has the Force Staff. His mobility is insane. And he's just waiting for another fissure right now. There it is. And they might actually... Nope, they're not going to be finding the kill. It's just going to be buying them space to kind of take out the tower. Treant Protector, he has no mana for nothing, basically. And on the middle lane, Brooke Samson, that Lincoln Sphere, playing in well there, but that's not going to be preventing you from the Chaos Knight. He's just going to Reality Rift you. You are going to be able to make it back out, though. Morphling. He's got the waveform, but another Reality Rift. But yeah, the Morph into Strength is just too much. And in comes the Slaughter with the Crush as well. Chaos Knight is maybe going to get dropped. Yes, he will be. But they get the tower forward. Adaptive Strike, that was very much a strength one. He's stunned for about 4 seconds. Pop tries to for the on-mid toggle, but there's no way out for him. He knows it as well. Maybe they'll allow him to push mid, but then again, it's back off in about 14 seconds. This Echo Slam could be a disaster for him. But then again, they're just going to pull through. They're just going to push through it. Only have the Nature's Prophet up by the little Treants. Razor making his way down to try to at least minimize the damage off in the tower. 19 to 13. And it's basically dead even right now. The Radiant were ahead, but not for a massive amount of time. Herb, the Darkseer, he has a blink as well. Oh, they see it. They're gonna see that Upser Ward. Very much freshly placed. Did give him some information, but not much. Middle lane. They might be going for the push up here, but then again, they do have to watch out. Right now, Radiant. Right now, I'd say the game is theirs to lose. I mean, they just have the better fight. They're gonna win in basically the long run, just because when Huskar and Chaos Knight gets big enough, they're gonna be outweighing the benefits of having a Morphling and a Slaughter. Nature's Prophet is always gonna be a factor, but if he builds him like this, basically the coward build, as I like to call it, it's gonna be they won't be compatible with anything. But in comes the Darkseer Vacuum, and off to the side though, the Treant gets dropped immediately. He does not get off his ult, and so will the Darkseer. He's just gonna get ripped apart immediately, and that might be the Morphling. He has the waveform, but then again, there's still a Reality Rift available. He's not that fast as Morphling, about 335, and with an Urn take him down. And the Eye of the Storm really working its magic. He's desperately trying. In comes the Slaughter though, with a 3-man crush, saving his Morphling buddy. He does have an Adaptive Strike. That's a 4.25 second Adaptive Strike. Ah, Chaos Knight.
It's the Faithless.
It's not the real Slardar, my friend.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
That was a replica. Nice play by the Morphling. Top lane though, Nature's Prophet will be dropping the bomb, and actually, Earthshaker choosing to commit the Echo, that could be a bit of a disaster for him. I don't think Nature's Prophet is going to be allowed to get back out though. He's just being chased through everything. Does have the TP, but my god, is he being hunted? He's being basically, wow. Now he's going to end up dying. Treant tried to save him, but I don't think there was enough mana for the Silver Edge. Bottom lane, the exit kill though, the return kill onto the Huskar. Chaos Knight. It's got a Blade of Alacrity. Now got the Drums of Endurance too. So he's getting a tad more mobile than he was before, and generally, yeah, that's what you want. He's a bit behind on his farm, but that's just because he's died quite a bit. But then again, it's not as much as, let's say, the Morphling right now. He's quite far behind. He's only got the Linken's, the Bottle, and the Ring, or in the Ring of Basilius. Never actually got to finishing up the Aquila. But yeah, he's going for Shotgun Morphling. But I would say that that's a mistake. Like right now, they don't need the magic damage burst. They need the right clicks. They need something to compete with the Chaos Knight and the Huskar. And going shotgun is not the way to go, because you can't really use the shotgun too much on the Huskar. Of course, you're going to be dropping him of magic damage resistance, but with the Berserker's Blood, just amping him up, just buffing his magic damage resistance. You can't compete with that. You can't drop him enough. You're never really going to be able to kill him properly with the Ethereal Blade. And they don't really have the magic damage to follow up on in the Swallow. I mean, it's only the Morphling who's going to be able to do the shotgun. The rest of their heroes are kind of like playmakers. Playmakers and disablers. The only real right click they have is Nature's Prophet, but he's going for the pushing build.
Come to me.
Slardar as well, he went for the Shadow Blade. He doesn't need two types of initiation. He's just completely electric to ignore any right clicks. But the push though, Nature or Echo Slam, actually onto the Nature's Prophet. He's going to end up dropping the Dust Pops as well. Mega killing spree for the Earthshaker. And they don't want this. They don't want this Nature's Prophet to live, and that's going to be opening up the map quite a bit for them. They can actually maybe even take the top tier 1 if they really want to. Cipollino. Just going to be messing around here. Ducks here. He's got Observer and Sentry Wards in stock. He's got a mech, he's got a Soaring, he's got a Blink Dagger, and a pair of Arcane Boots. Never really got around to building up the creeps entirely. Slardar. Going for an Assault Cuirass. Really, well, starting to slowly get the damage in, but then again, I fear it might be too late. It's 32 minutes in. They are ahead on towers, but they're not ahead on control in my book. So even though the Dire are ahead on net worth, the Radiant, the entire experience story is telling everything. Ducks here. Plate mail. He's actually going for the Shiva Score before he's going for the Greaves. That might be a mistake. The Guardian Greaves are an amazing item for him. Generally just a bit of nice and calm here. Nature's Prophet trying to get his farm game on again. But then again, he might not be able to for that long. He's got 1.5k gold. And generally he should be investing, in my eyes, into something like a Desolator right now. Because they need some serious, if he's going to be fully committing tower push, they need some serious damage to rip through him. Because they don't have anything to push down the towers, really. They only have creep clearing. And with the top lane being pushed into, Razor just ripping through that tower like it's nothing. Bottom lane, of course, being pushed in, but that's the Earthshaker Echo Slam. Drops it onto 2, drops the ball as well. Gets 1, gets 2, and that'll be a double kill for the Earthshaker, cleaning up a Slaughter and a Nature's Prophet all on his own. And his net worth right now, sitting in the middle, right below the Morphling and above a Chaos Knight. I mean, that's amazing. And above a Huskar. He's practically position 2 right now. This is insane. He's getting some real damage done right now, and he's going to be having to defend at least some of the mid lane. But then again, the top lane is being dropped too fast. The Racer just munching through that tower. Now he's going for basically the BKB. I don't know how they're going to stop him. That's going to be undermining the entire, basically everything that Morphling and Slaughter stands for. Of course, the Bash pierces, but the Crush doesn't. They don't have anything to deal with him. Nothing is piercing, nothing is going through except for the Treant Protector. In comes the wall, out goes the Vacuum too, but he just gets dropped immediately. The rotation, the initiation is just a tad too sloppy. Waveform goes through, kind of picking up everything, but the coordination's a bit off. And Morphling, now the guy in trouble, gets Lincoln's up, slowed up as well, and that's going to be the top tower gone. They only have the Slaughter. He could be going for the nice crush though, pops it, goes for it, and should be ending up at least finding 1. He goes to the Waveform too. But the damage is just not there. Jack getting pushed back. Slaughter, though, getting cleaned up by the Huskar. He's just doing so much damage. Gets killed. But then again, they traded it for 3 full towers. And the Earthshaker will be having an Echo Slam in 30 seconds. This is not a disaster for the Radiant at all. This is them winning the game right now. The Familiars have been, or one of the Familiars have been spared too. So even that is not going in their favor. And you can see that the Radiant, they're slowly starting to take ahead, or to go ahead on net worth. And with the Racer actually surviving this whole ordeal, it's not going to be making it any easier for the Dire, because he is getting fat as well. He's got a gem, he's got BKB, 2.2k HP by default. Mechanism too. Wow. That is quite an interesting one. I did just buy an effigy. Yeah, of course, this one's actually quite common. I don't know why I'm looking at effigies, but screw it. It's actually kind of a fun pastime. That's why they're there. Huskar, he's got a BKB too. Now the Morphling is getting completely undermined. He can't do anything at all. Likewise with the Slaughter. Yes, like I said, the only one really having an effect is the Treant Protector. The others just basically can't be touched by any other than the Nature's Prophet. And that's generally not a good thing. Huskar.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Of course, the BKB, he hasn't really been purchasing a whole lot more since then. They find the Darkseer. His Surge is about to run out. If they can rift him as well. He actually forced to drop the wall, but there's just no follow-up. Of course, it's been dropped, but if it doesn't have an impact, it's better just to save it, and it just didn't. Of course, it's about 90 seconds, but then again. Oh my, they're actually going for the Roshan here. This could be a bit of a disaster. Earthshaker trying to look for the Nature's Prophet. The ulti a bit off, but he should be able to find him with that Shiva's Guard helping out. He didn't actually see him. He has to get on the other side there. Doesn't have anything to stop the TP, so that was a bit of a wasted Echo Slam. But then again, the Roshan is being taken. Oh boy, they think it's the real Slaughter. They popped the BKBs left and right in. Bit of a misplay there. But then again, it's a free Roshan form. Practically. Slaughter is sitting up inside the ancient camp there. He's ready to go for the blink. He's got the initiation, dropping a bit early. Think that might have been... Oh man. He should have waited, just dropping the magic wand and actually going for the Rosa or for the Aegis Snatch would have been more than worth it, but it's not going to be the case this time when with the Chaos Knight just pushing out completely. They're going to be having all the space in the world. Of course, he's going to be the sacrificial goat. But then again, backup is arriving. They don't have the Echo Slam, but they have a 3-man Fissure. Immediate initiation from the Earthshaker. Out goes the Root, though. Slaughter is in a bit of trouble. He actually is gonna get picked off immediately. Had literally no impact. And now it's the Darkseer who is in trouble. He doesn't have a wall. He does have a vacuum. Could be throwing them a bit off. Now the wall comes off cooldown. And this is turning into a disaster game for the Dire side. Radiant just dominating the team fights, and Dire, they just can't get their timing right.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Tower slowly starting to fall. And with the Echo Slam now back off cooldown with every single ult practically except for the Phantasm off cooldown.
Dire's middle tower is falling.
They're heading towards victory.
Radiant's top
It's only a
tower
tier
is under
3
attack.
and a couple of Raxes in their way. Darkseer dropping the wall, nothing he can do right now. There's no follow-up in any sort of way on anything he drops. So he can't do that solo defense. It's just not possible. Tower's gonna drop, Rax are gonna drop. The Racer just chewing through with that Aghanim Scepter ulti. And the melee Rax are now history.
Dire's
And so are the ranged Rax. Now they're going for the top lane. That is probably a wise idea.
tower is under attack.
Try to see if he can buy a lot of ground within the enemy base. And now Huskar, he's jumping onto the Darkseer. The follow-up is just not there. The BKB might be wearing off in any second. The Slithering Crush is missing. Huskar just basically ending up killing himself, but in comes the Earthshaker. No Echo just dead. He could be dropping it. He does have the Enchant Totem as well. He's now godlike. He still has the Echo. He's still hanging onto it. Visage, they need an escape. Bye-bye Visage. The shotgun saying, ouch, basically. The shotgun just... That did hurt him quite a lot. Nature's Prophet, nothing he could do there.
Tower is fallen.
Chaos Knight finds the Nature's Prophet, but the Shadow Blade has been popped, and neither one will be ending up encountering each other. Oh my! Oh my! Earthshaker, you just did not. He just bought a refresher. Well, Radiant, you're winning this right now, and you need to finish it. And it's super stylish to do it in this manner. And he's just showing off in base, just the totem, the constant totem cancel. Net worth, how are we looking? Oh my god. Earthshaker, my man. Sitting on 1600. You're second. You're basically a carry right now. Except for the fact that you have support items, you're practically a carry. Lotus Orb going on the Visage. She's got a Solar Crest as well. He's basically the playmaking support, and where the Earthshaker's turned carry. Slardo only now finishing up the Assault Cuirass, and that's not really going to be mattering all that much. Nature's Prophet, yeah, doesn't have anything for push except for the Mjolnir. And that's 41 minutes in, and yeah, he's of course the highest net worth hero right now, but then again, he needs more stuff. He just needs more items. Like, his farming has not been that great. 500 GPM, that should normally fare or be good enough, but in this game it just hasn't been. Treant Protector is closing in on his Aghanim Scepter. He's only about 250 gold away from having Ice on the Forest. But then again, they're losing ground in bottom lane. The Nature's Prophet is getting dropped, and this is the opportunity they needed. There's no push except for the Darkseer. This is their timing. This is their window. They got 70 seconds to get into the enemy base without being backdoored. Middle lane is pushing. Bottom lane is pushing. And they're able to take that tower quite fast with the Racer Eye of the Storm. Cooldown about to wear off. Earthshaker just sitting off to the side, making sure that his team doesn't get ambushed. And now with the rotation in from the Vicious and the Chaos Knight, just going to be sandwiching this tower completely. 43 seconds. The bottom lane is going to be pushing, but then again, they can elect to ignore it and just go straight for the throne.
Dire's bottom
Or
tower is under attack.
they can go back and defend and possibly losing later. But then again, I'm not really thinking that they're going to be losing later. If they take a bottom Rax, the enemy will have 2 lanes to hold. Vince though, he's TPing back. Chaos Knight
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
is forcing out the Morphling. He only took a tower, so they should be absolutely fine.
He's taking a beating.
The tower is falling quite fast. It's gathering in. There, where's the vacuum? There it is, locking everybody in place. In comes the overgrowth as well. There's no Echo Slam. There's no nothing yet. But the Morphling is still falling. Slaughter, he's sitting inside the Mayhem as well. But then again, his damage is just not enough. Huskar, though, might end up getting cleaned. Yes, he will be. In goes the Fisher. Maybe an Echo Slam to boot in a second. Doesn't jump in for it just yet. He's going for the big play. Drops one. Maybe a second. There it goes. Pops the Fisher. Pops the Enchant Totem. And that'll be a godlike streak for him. Is it going to be a Rampage? Give him the Rampage. He finds him. He may find the kill. He has the gem. He just needs the one more punch. One more punch. And he finds him. That'll actually be an ultra kill. Maybe the Rampage. It's the Darkseer versus the Shaker right now. He has a blink. Drops the Fisher. Drops the Enchant Totem as well. Just needs to block him out. There's nothing to follow up. Oh man, so close to the Rampage. I forgot that the Morphling died that soon, but wow. This Shaker is fat. That was one of the more beautiful. I mean, he could have saved his team. But screw that when you're getting an ultra kill. He can actually still get the Rampage, I think. If he just plays this smart, he can actually still do it. The mech is calling out from the Darkseer, but the Enchant Totem is just locking him in place. There's a Fisher and an Enchant Totem available. Drops it, hits it, and there you go. That's a godlike. Okay, fair enough. It didn't get the Rampage. But did get another beyond godlike. 16-2 to 14, and this will be GG for damn sure with an Earthshaker on the top of the leaderboard. This is the different version of the Carry Shaker, but I don't give a damn. It's a more fun version of the Carry Shaker. Because my god, has he been on his A-game. Should be another ulti in about, 6 seconds. Actually just gonna be jumping right onto the Nature's Prophet. Good flipping by Earthshaker. That's got a pair of BOTs, but the throne is about to fall, and maybe Slaughter will actually be dropping as well. He has another crush, but not gonna be able to get it off. The Chaos Knight getting some redemption from his slightly poor start. And there goes the bottom racks. The mega creeps are there. The exposed throne is there. Shaker's up there for the finish too. They could just fountain farm if they really wanted to right now. Level 25, my god. Maybe the shotgun didn't actually get the adaptive strike off, so he should be fine. BKB out from the Racer. Now the real fountain farming begins. The feast of the dire heroes. The Shaker just drops the Echo Slam beyond godlike still. Do they get the pick off on him? Nope, they won't even. They actually just clean up the fountain, and the throne will end up falling. Holy shit. Well, I can only say one thing. Thank you all so much. I'm just gonna be doing a bit of post game analysis here for you. Basically, what happened was that Earthshaker was served a nice meal, and he ended up taking it. And then he went to do a bit of weight training by tossing a Nature's Prophet around a little bit, and then he went to show off to his friends what his training really had accomplished. That was when he got the ultra kill, and from then on he just started to commit to the gym and really practice those strong arms so he could get a proper Echo Slam. And yeah, the food was served basically on silver plate by the dire side, so. I mean, a nice roasted Nature's Prophet is never a bad idea for your workouts, so. And a Darkseer smoothie, I mean, come on, that's some good stuff. And of course you gotta get your vegetables as well. The Treant Protector did serve that, and fish too. I mean, it was just absolutely perfect. But yeah. The recipe for disaster is basically nice roasted Slardar with a blend of two different types of vegetables. Nature's Prophet and the Tree and Protector, and of course the Darkseer Morphling Smoothie is never a bad idea for your workouts too. So if you want to get fat on, not really fat actually, more buff on Earthshaker, just that's the recipe right there. I mean, just keep your workout routine. That was actually a terrible outro. I mean, come on. Was trying to be funny, but I really more failed than anything else. But thank you all so much for sticking around, and yeah, don't forget about the giveaway. Please do go ahead and partake, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.